I started this Blender Challenge 2, which is to model a dungeon, and finally getting around to just starting this thing. And it's due in a week, and I may have to extend that because I've been so busy. But I had this idea that I didn't want to just do a dungeon. I wanted to do something like a bathroom where people were getting high, taking drugs, injecting drugs. And due to that addiction, that joined on to a dungeon. So, kind of giving the idea that by taking these drugs, they were entering into this dungeon world. And so, what I'm going to try to model is a very simple bathroom with doors, maybe sort of off the hinges or one of them off the hinges, into another room, which is the dungeon, with some, lava and bars and chains and spikes and potions and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So there might be a lot of pieces that I need to model. The bathroom will be relatively simple, and the dungeon will be too, but there might be a lot of items. So we'll see how that goes. So this is not really like a tutorial, but I thought I'll do this on camera as I try to model this. So what I've done is I've switched over to the Imperial measurement system here, and I'm going to lay down a plane, and I'm going to go into edit mode, and I've switched my measurements on here for edge length. But I'm going to make this something like in the X. I was thinking of maybe 12 feet, and in the Y maybe 8 for the bathroom. And then I'm just going to come up and before I go any further, I'm actually going to take the top and that piece and delete them. And then I'm going to take this piece, Shift D, and scale it to roughly sort of a square. I'm going to break that out. Make this a person. Say I make them 5, around 5 feet. Maybe I will make it wider. And just sort of, like I was going to have some sinks here and some stalls there, or cubicles, and then a doorway into the dungeon there. So I might just now actually do it by eye and give myself enough room. Off. Let's go into edit mode. Turn that off. So let's get an idea here. If I take this and I'm going to break the floor out. P. Do that separately, so I just have the walls here. And I go to the wrench modifier, solidify. And if I do something like 6 inches. Okay, I get that. Alright, that's not what I want. adjust the size of the room in a bit. Let's bring in another plane and imagine that I might make this person a little smaller. Just do that and say that's my person. Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm going to delete this edge and have that. Let's bring that up. Now this doesn't rest on the floor. There's a little bit of space. I'm not going to see it very well because I'm going to kind of have the camera here. I have a few of them and looking into the dungeon. That's the thought anyhow. Let's just go ahead and put a solidify on this as well. Let's make this 0.03. Do we see anything? No, we're gonna have to go for more than that. If I just do the same, if I do that for that piece anyhow, I think more. Things are. Yeah, all right, I mean, let's say it was like that. I can do more in a second. What I'm going to do though is actually put an edge loop there, Control B. I want a little bit of overhang here. Take this and get rid of the solidify. Imagine for the moment that was it. And this thing's not going to be to any specifics, it's not going to be very exact. Let's put a bevel on this. 0.02. Let's do the same thing on this. Up. Is he on the ground? That's the question. Yeah, he's pretty close. Okay. All right. So if I took this and I just duplicated it and put it beside another one beside, how's my that's my room looking. I think I would take all of these, shift them down. Oops. So imagine they're there, okay, and sinks some needles on the ground and mirrors and maybe graffiti and stuff. Challenge is going to be the texture of this thing. Now I look at these and they look too wide to me. Yeah. Let's grab the door as well. Maybe I should have done this one here. Alright, I can probably just live with that. Give me a bit more room anyhow. So I did that, and then I took this, or at least not this piece here, Shift D, scale it down, and P to break it out. I could use this to make the handle, just a simple handle. And I was thinking it would come out in the Y. Put an edge loop in Control B so that I've got a space here and here, faces, this one and this one, and extrude them out, and I'll delete those faces and take the whole thing, rotate Z 180, and I can push that back in. Maybe we'll scale this in the X though, like this. Too big of a handle for that door. Maybe this guy could be a little taller now. Okay, let's take these and move them to a collection and call this cubicle. Let's just copy it. No, you're just going to get a hint of them there. All right. Now, the next thing is to think about this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start to break this out. Just going to go ahead and break that out, and then we'll bring our little guy over and say, if you're there, how big are the doors? Not quite that big, huh? Okay, so first of all, this is going to come in, and this would come down. I might do it to that height. No, you know what? I think I want more room so you see more of the dungeon, but I'm not sure yet. So what I'll do is I'm going to take him and use, or her, copy that, just push it out here. Use that to start making a door, scale in the X. sense of this. Okay, yeah, that would be too narrow, so I'll bring it over here. This would swing out, and the one here would be off the hinges, sort of leaning into this corner. So let's do it this way. Get a sense by how big these doors I want them to be. Yeah, maybe something like that. Could even be a little bit wider just to accentuate this so I show more of the dungeon. So let's say I had one there, and I did have the other here, and my camera is, I don't think I'm going to do a roof on the bathroom or on the dungeon, so my camera will be something like this. So if I cut it to there, then you'll just see whatever. Sinks, needles, stalls, debris, you know. Okay. Okay. That being the case, I mean, you're not going to see as much of the dungeon as people in this competition or challenge that are actually modeling just dungeons. But this is what I thought of that I wanted to do. Just to get a sense of this, let's take that one. And let's just select this edge. And let's bring the 3D cursor there. And I'm going to rotate this in the Z just to kind of imagine that it was open. And I'll just mess around with this for a second. Just imagine that's there. And this one's off its hinge. Yeah, okay. Okay, I could probably live with that. Let's take this Shift-D, bring it down to here. For the moment, I'll go in and I'll take these edges here and I'll extrude them up. Imagine the dungeon is there. Let's hide that. Some kind of back window, the lava, spike bed, things on the wall, those kind of weird candle holders. Okay. All right, that kind of thing. I kind of want to take just these handles. I'm going to take this. What did I just do? these are doors. Well, maybe I'll get rid of this one for now and take these and it's probably the only doors I'm going to have, so I'll call it doors. And here it's got to solidify on it. Let's take this, Shift D, pull it in, break it out, get rid of the solidify on it. And by the way, everything, I'll put the bevel on everything for now. Maybe even less than that. That's all right, I may mess with that later. What I was thinking for this thing is do this. I know it won't be even, but we'll focus on that and look from in front. And let's just box select all that. Scale set 0. Doesn't really have to. Scale this in the Y. Alright, good enough. Give this some thickness. Bigger for the moment, just to get it in position. Okay, so how about maybe that much overhanging there? Yeah, okay. This side, you're not going to see that anyhow, so let's just take the bevel from there. Too thin or anything? Does that look alright? Alright, and I'm going to need a piece down here, so let's hide this. Where is that? That's in the doors. Maybe that's okay for now. Let's take this, bring the 3D cursor there, and bring in a plane. Scale in the X. Scale in the Y. Give it a little bit of thickness. Grab that bevel. Put it down as like, what is that, the runner or whatever you call that. If that was there, and then that came over to here. That piece and this piece I'm going to move to that doors. So it's like that. Then, like I say, that one will be off the hinges, I think. I don't know if I'm going to make model hinges or not. Okay, the next thing I was thinking of was the sinks. And then we'll think about tiles or something. So let's do this. Just bring you. And then let's bring the 3D cursor there. And then move you out of the way. I'll start building there. Okay, how about something like this? Cylinder. 16. No, maybe 18. 18. Nothing. Okay, scale shift Z. And then the following. Something like this. Let's see. Shift D. P to break it out. So there's that. Scale this out. And then let's try flattening these and taking these points. Shift Control B. Putting another little point in there. All right. Let's extrude this up. And out. Oops. And then let's E and S. Give it a bit of a lip, or whatever you call that, ridge. Come up a bit. Might not be deep enough. Come in and pull this. Whoa. Pull this a bit like that. E, when it start coming in like that, scale it in. I'm going to right click, choose loop tools. Scale it in like this. Let's just stop there for a moment. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom of this, pull it down. See all this? Select it all, Alt N, recalculate outside. Now you're not going to see the bottom of this, so yeah, it's going to be like this kind of thing. Something along those lines. Okay, let's grab this again and keep scaling that. The drain would be there. Let's do a little bit of this stuff. Just not too much, though. Almost like that. We'll try it with an edge loop and just see. Just a little. Not a lot of room there to put your taps and stuff. Let's Shift H. need another edge loop to define this a bit more. How's that? I don't want to go too nuts. Let's pull this up in just to be sure. Now, what if we had something like this? And I had 3 of these. I need more room. Okay, they're looking a little bit big to me compared to that guy. They look a little shrimpy compared to these. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now we gotta do something here. Let's try just scaling this. That's got to be a decent size for that. Maybe these things are too big. Well, maybe once I get mirrors in there, it'll look better. Now, they don't have to be exactly opposite these, so the cubicles, so let's just do that. I think I'd get the point across anyhow. And then, okay. Is there anything I can use here? I'm just looking for a straight line. No, not really. Well, let's grab something central. Was that central? And bring the 3D cursor there, and I'll bring in another plane. Rotate X90. It's got a bevel on it. This. I could get rid of some back faces too. Let's try that. Keep in mind I'll need some kind of tap, I think, and I might be having some tiles. And are these kind of on the ground? Okay. Here he's looking in the mirror. Okay. Okay. Yeah, all right. Just to get some idea, I was thinking for this, just to make a start on this. And then I probably got to wrap it up for this video. I think I got stuff all over the place. I'll do 24. It's probably more than I need, but okay. First of all, let's hide the door stuff. Like an arched window or a little space. Let's take you out here. And look from here, let's delete those vertices and take these and extrude them down. Let's bring it forward now. Let's join those. And let's actually make a face. And let's actually extrude it back. I can change any of this if I want to. I just want to get a sense of this. Now, this thing, if I put it up there, I could do, yeah, okay. Put some bars. Is it too big? It's very big. Let's just scale it all down. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and select this. And one thing I probably should have done here, or I should do, let's turn that off for the moment, is put some edge loops for when I do some texturing. I'm going to put there's 5 there, backtracking, 5 like that, and I'll just do a couple there. I don't care about a little bit of extra geometry. Okay, let's leave that, and let's do the same kind of thing here. Actually, let's take the floor off this P. And then 2, 3. I don't know. I'll do 5. And I'll do 4 there, and then we'll come around. That's okay. Now, this stuff here. Okay, I got stuff all over the place, so let's take this now and do a Boolean with this. Apply. Hide that. And we get this. But I'm going to take this, I think. Do I like some of that? Do I like it sticking back? I might. Well, the other thing to keep in mind is I'm going to use this piece. In which case I might get rid of that. Let's bring it all forward. I'm going to select that face and this face, and I'm going to inset and Control E, bridge edge loops. And I was thinking of just pushing that into here. And so I really don't need this other stuff. So I'm going to select that and delete those vertices. And just use this. And I'm not sure how, I might want it even longer. No, I don't think I do. I was thinking I would do this. And then, just simple stuff. This could be like 12. Why did I put it there? those in a bit. Put a couple like that. Is 4 the right amount? Or do I need 5? No, 4 is the right amount. 3 might actually be the right amount. Not sure. I think maybe 4. I was also, well, no. Okay, one thing at a time. No, not one thing at a time. I need that. So let's do this right now. Take off the array on that though. Scale shift Y. No, what am I doing? Maybe one at a time. Scale shift Y. Like that more. I'll do them separate. Or did I want them the same thickness? I didn't think I did though, so. No, that doesn't look right. Something looks wrong. I don't know what it is. Maybe this needs to be down near the bottom. Maybe that's what it is. I actually don't know. Something just looks weird to me. 23 of these? Is that what it is? No. Okay, at any rate, let's apply that. I'll figure that part out later. Not necessarily going to see the whole thing. Okay. Okay. Look like that. And that's what we got so far. Got some, just a few more things to do here. The taps, some tiles. I think the floor is going to have tiles, and the wall part way up, and then drug paraphernalia here, and then the dungeon stuff. Okay, cool. We'll be back in a bit.